Okay, so we're going to talk about our PCC. We choose the topic of animals and adjectives. I'm Carizi.
And I am Juliana. We found a quotation by Garners which explain a little about what we are going to talk about in our PCC. There is, I want my children to understand the world, but not just because the world is fascinating and the human mind is curious. I want them to understand it so that they will be positioned and make it a better place. Our audience, we choose to work with children from 6 to 7 years old. They are cursing the first grade of private elementary school. They are having their first contact with English, so they are considered beginner students.
The time of our class is from 2 periods of 45 minutes each. Here are some materials that we're going to use during our class, okay? So we're going to work with activities, coloring pictures and circle activities, and we're going to also use coloring pencils.
Our general objectives is make the students understand the meaning of the vocabulary, in case, animals and adjectives, using specific materials to make them learn how to pronounce and speak these words. They are going to improve their knowledge about this topic, that is animals and adjectives. Our procedure for the first class, firstly, is introduce the vocabulary to the students, explain the types of the animals. For example, dog, elephant, giraffe, cat, birds, so the types of animals. Then we're going to do a warm-up, making questions about the animals. For example, do you have a dog? I have a dog. Does your friend have a dog? Keeping always the focus on the pronunciation, making them repeat as much as possible. Dog, dog, cat, cat. And in the second part of the class, we are going to introduce to the students the adjectives linked with the animals, showing them some playful way to use it. For example, the dog is nice, the bird is small, the elephant is big, the giraffe is tall. Okay, some examples like that.
In our second class, we're going to make a review. Okay, so we're going to review the vocabulary learned in the last class and ask the students some questions about the topic. So I will ask them if they have a dog, if the dog is tall or if the dog is nice, if the elephant is small or if the elephant is big, some questions like that to make them remember the last class. After, we're going to read the topic of the first activity with the students and make them talk about each picture until they get in the right one. Circle the small bird. So we're going to ask, is this a small bird? No, this is a big elephant. Is this a small bird? No, this is a tall giraffe. So, is this a small bird? Yes, this is a small bird. Okay? Then we have the second activity. We're going to introduce it and explain that they have to color the nice dog. Okay?
Our methodology is based according to Gardner's theory. We organized our lesson plan which talks about multiple intelligence. Gardner's proposed that every beginner students have their own skill to make questions and find answers using their own intelligence, their own time, their insight.
Gardner also proposed different alternatives to work in classroom, especially with children. adopting a ludic way to teach children and make them feel attractive and comfortable to the topic, animals and adjectives. And the most important thing, according to Gardner's theory, is always knowing that each student is different. So you have to teach according to their necessities.
That's it.
Okay, that's it. Bye-bye.